That was close. Much too close.
Yes,
Are you okay?
Yes. No, not really. You wouldn't happen to have some sugar on you?
Oh, no.
Sugar? You've got some nerve.
Diabetes. I'm hypoglycemic right now. I need glucose or little sugar. Otherwise...
Otherwise, what?
Otherwise...
What? You got to this age and you don't know anything about this?
Again. And in a few hours, I will die.
Are you kidding? No. By the look of you, I guess you're not. Hello? He's not reacting. He's still conscious, but totally lethargic.
Look, just think about
Here
it and
I
let him
am,
die. Or
stuck on a beach in the middle of
let's find some
nowhere with a
sugar.
living soul in sight. And my only companion...
Right, have a look in your...
My
Look,
goodness, what a mess.
don't start clearing up. Look, open up your...
Oh, I hope there's something usable in here.
Some orange juice, or a bit of chocolate, or
A
anything.
lot of the stuff in here is damp, but this still looks dry enough to wear.
What? We're not looking for... What? Are you kidding me? Alright, you're dry now. Go change your clothes. Let's see if we've got any sugar to save his life now, shall we? Oh, goodness. Where's the first aid box up there? Let's pick that up. Right. Let's get this rake and get that.
I should look for something that's easier to throw.
What?
I can't reach it.
What do you mean look for something that's easier to throw? Your handbag, do.
I might be able to throw this bag far enough, but I don't think it would have sufficient oomph, or kinetic energy, to use a more technical expression.
About this. Oh.
Let's see. A handful of worthless documents and a candy bar.
Good. There you go.
Good idea. I'm sure the sugar in this candy bar would help him. But I'm afraid he's in no condition to chew anything at the moment. I should find something for him to drink.
Oh crumbs, I haven't got much with us now. Sheet of metal. Oh, it's a load of stuff. Something there, look. Spear gun. That's handy. That's handy, Harry. Put it in your pocket. Car, run.
I'll just take one of these.
Yeah, I don't want to be greedy or nothing. Because there's only two of you.
I can't shift it. However...
Put it in your pocket. You know you want to. A fire hose. That'd be good for a rope or something. And a toolbox. Right. Bound to find something now that we can throw up and get that out. Hat stand. Right. Take the hat stand.
I should look for something that's...
Easier to throw. Car battery.
There is a chance that the spear will just go straight through the metal.
Oh, right. Throw that.
It's not very airworthy.
Sheet of metal.
This is where the sheet hits the fan. But you can't really aim with this thing.
Right. Wheel.
This is a bit too heavy to throw.
Chuck bar.
I might be able to throw it far enough.
Right, not light, not heavy enough. What we got then? Toolbox?
It's full of heavy tools. I'm glad I can even lift it.
Right.
I bet it
Open it?
contains all kinds of handy tools. Unfortunately, it's locked.
Can we use that on... No. Wait. What about if I pick that up and move?
The car battery contains a strong acid. If I
Put it on
pour
the
just a
lock.
little on this lock, that should do the trick. Yes, it worked.
Good.
Quite an impressive selection of tools. But I don't have anything to tinker with right now.
Hammer up there.
I can't reach it. I hope there's something in there that I can use to
Right.
This has seen better days. A simple rake that's missing a few teeth. A dirty sheet.
Right. Oh, what's this? Power.
There's a box near the top of the pole. Probably a fuse box.
Right.
I can't just climb up that pole. I was no good at that.
Right. Speed gun?
I've always wanted to have a go at firing one of these.
Go on then. Yeah, I should believe that it'll take your weight.
Luckily, there's a pair of insulated pliers in the toolbox. Okay, here goes.
Is that to help revive your friend? Yeah, the one that saved your life earlier.
The power's off.
Right.
For my next adventure, I'm going to insist on the double for dangerous stunts, I swear.
We're done. Turned it back on again.
Now the power is back on again.
Ow! Turn it off.
Luckily, there's a pair of insulated...
Just get up there and do it. Stop wasting my time. Right. Now you've turned it off.
The power's off.
No idea.
The power's off, but what am I supposed to do with the cable?
I don't know. Can't you just
The
take
power's
it?
off.
Put the battery there?
I would need some kind of charging device to recharge the battery. Just holding it up to...
Well, just put it on the floor and tie it together.
I would
then.
need some kind...
Oh, goodness. Look, you know...
I could easily get over there, but getting back might pose a problem. First, I'll try to find something to help my unconscious companion over here.
Oh, you remembered you got one then? Put the wheel on that? No. Sheet of metal? Oh, let's see. No.
This metal sheet is covered in rust and totally...
Alright. You know, it just comes out green, that's all.
If I bend this sheet of metal a bit and then lodge it between those teeth... There, it worked.
What? A makeshift shovel. For... pebbles? Where? Pebbles? Why have we got pebbles? Put the pebbles in your bag?
The pebbles are much easier to carry inside this bag.
and then take the bag and throw it to this.
And now for my attempt at a new bag throwing record.
Go! Right.
I'm a genius.
Nice.
Let's see if there's anything useful in here. Rats, no glucose, just a couple of bandages. Looks like I'll have to think of something else.
What? That's not right. And why have we got a couple of buckets? Sea. A bucket for the sea?
Before I scoop up any water, I need to make sure the bucket doesn't fill up with any rubbish and dirt. The flood wave flushed out plenty into the sea.
Right. So you can put some bandages.
Let's mummify this.
Right, and then do that. Still be salty though. I hope you're not going to drink it.
Good idea. That way I should be able to get some reasonably clean water.
You're going to start washing your clothes now, are you? Right. Now why have we got a bucket of water? And why have we got a barrel?
Looking at the
No.
labels on this barrel, I'm pretty sure the stuff in there is not something I'd like to carry around with me.
Right.
If I tear up these documents, they should burn quite well. Up the pole, down the pole, up the pole, down the pole. Who am I, Tarzan? Yay, it worked. The documents are on fire.
And
The power's off.
why did we need fire? And can we pick it up? Right. Can we put it in the other bucket? And the barrel.
Let's hope this doesn't result in a high jet of flame. I don't need a bad hair day on top of everything else.
But
Great!
oh,
Now I have a lovely fire going that should burn for some time, hopefully.
right. I wonder what was in there then.
The fire isn't hot enough to melt it. What else could I
Melt
do with
it.
it? Put it next to the barrel? Inside it?
We've got to put something else on it.
I could hang this bucket on the hat stand. All right, that's what I'll do then.
And do you want the other
I'll
one?
just pour the water into the bucket hanging from the hat stand.
Right. I didn't put it with that.
So,
Ah.
what's on the menu today?
Hot salt water. Because I assume that's seawater. With salt in it. So you'll need some way to condense it. Can we put that there yet?
I would need some kind of charging device to recharge the battery. Just holding it up to the power cable won't accomplish anything.
Well, you could turn it back on
No thanks,
again.
I've had enough. I'm not climbing.
Right. Bucket of water. Yeah.
Good idea. I'll pour away some of this water first. I'm sure I don't need that much for this little candy bar. There. That's better.
You could just melt some in your hand by holding it and then
Soup au chocolat. This recipe may get me my own cooking show someday. The candy bar has melted. I can take the bucket down now.
Wow.
It will probably still taste a bit salty, but in this case, the end justifies the means.
No, you could just hold it in your hand. Then it would have been all melted, and then you could have just licked it off the paper then. There you go. Have a bucket of salty chocolate. Where are you going?
Here, drink this. It will help.
Ah, thank you so much. I really needed
You're going
that.
to be really
You're welcome.
thirsty in a minute, though.
Looks like I've taken the lead in our little life-saving contest. You owe me.
Yes, you're probably right. You'll want some answers to your questions, I suppose.
Well, I've been robbed, knocked out, shot at, and nearly drowned. I'd say a few answers are the least I can expect, wouldn't you?
Right. Let's start at the beginning. First, my name is David Corell. I'm a vicar in Berlin, and I investigate sects and the dangers they pose on behalf of the church.
Pleased to meet you. Nina Kalinkov.
Very nice to meet you. So, as I said, I deal with certain associations outside of the church. Some time ago, I came across a new, very aggressive sect by the name of Puritas Cordis.
The sect of that televangelist, Pat Shelton?
Right on. Apparently, Puritas Cordis believes in the prophecies of Zandona, an obscure 17th century French prophet.
Something along the lines of Nostradamus?
Yes, but the prophecies of Nostradamus were really vague and quite open to interpretation. Zandona, on the other hand, predicted a series of very real disasters. They were supposed to happen in a specific order, culminating in the apocalypse.
All right.
Zandona. Now, where have I heard that name before?
I tried to look him up in old church archives. Not very successfully, though.
You mean there's nothing at all about Zandona?
Not much. At least not anymore. The central registers are missing several tomes of records from this period. And I didn't have much luck in other archives either. Practically all records that might have contained some information about Zandona have vanished into thin air. Then, 2 weeks ago, a centuries-old parchment surfaced in Cambridge. A letter from a nun mentioning Zandona. The very letter you're carrying right now.
Ah, so that's what these people on the ship were looking for?
I think so, yes. Anyone who possesses it is definitely in danger.
Just my luck.
The last person who had the letter before you was my colleague, Patterson. He was going to follow some clues from the letter in northern France. He was the one who slipped you the letter at the harbor. He was probably being followed, and when he noticed, he passed the letter on to you. Not a moment too soon. May the Lord have mercy on his soul.
And now I'm stuck with it.
Unfortunately, yes. I'm so sorry that you got dragged into this. I witnessed the so-called accidents at the harbor.
Yeah,
I
terrible.
realized he must have given someone the letter, so I boarded the ship in his place. I wanted to make sure the letter didn't fall into the wrong hands, and that its new owner was safe.
People are being murdered for an old letter? Could its contents really be that important?
Ashford, England, Anno Domini 1681. Now that my grey life is moving towards its equally grey closure, I can finally muster the courage to write down what I saw. My hands are still shaking today when I think of all the poor souls of Gatineau. I will never forget them. Screaming women, burning houses, crying children. A flaming inferno. Just like he predicted. Just like every single one of the disasters he foretold. This Zandona, he may be a man of faith. He may be a prophet. But is he also a man of God? There is no sense in musing about that now. I have failed. The key lay within my hands. The key that could have halted all the looming disasters and changed the course of events. The burning mountains, the great flood, the apocalypse. Perhaps it was up to me to prevent them. But my faith was weak. All those years, the key lay well hidden within the ruins of Gatineau, and the saint who showed me the way appeared to me in a dream every night. But my fear was too great, and I never returned there. I have failed, and therefore all I have left is hope. The hope that those brothers and sisters who follow may not succumb to the phantoms of fear, doubt, and weakness, as I did. The hope that they may boldly take the only path that is still open, strong in faith and fearless in action. I pray to God that it might be thus.
So we've got to go there
Otherwise,
next.
the last of the prophecies will come true as well, and our fates will be sealed. May the Lord be with you. May you find the strength to take the key and try to stem the tide of Zandona's prophecies. Forgive me, Sister Elise.
That doesn't sound good.
Not good? Sister Elise basically announced that the apocalypse is almost upon us.
Oh, come on. That seems a bit exaggerated.
Have you already forgotten the flood wave then?
How could I?
See? And what did the letter say? It mentioned a flood wave, didn't it?
That could be a coincidence.
And by mere coincidence, some people are leaving dead bodies in their wake
What?
just to get their hands on this letter? And by mere coincidence, during these last few weeks, a major part of the very disasters that Zandona foretold happened one after the other, in the exact order of the prophecy.
Which is...
First pestilence and disease, just like the epidemic in Western Africa that still has millions of people living as fugitives.
So you think that was the first harbinger? What next?
Next, the punishment of the greedy.
The
Ah,
burning
come
oil
on.
fields in the Middle East leading
I'm
up
not
to a
here
severe
reading the
economic
book.
crisis?
For goodness
Probably.
sake.
And then a war.
There are plenty of those to choose from. But the most gruesome is
Earthquake.
Japan.
Burning mountains.
The volcanic eruptions in Southeast Asia,
Followed by a flood.
which we've seen for ourselves.
I am sorry, but this is what Zandona's prophecy says. And it is also what the... I have no idea what the key might be that Sister Elise
No,
mentions in her
might be a
letter.
literal
But
key.
she seems to think that the prophecies can be stopped by using this key.
How can anyone stop a prophecy?
Beats me, but I know this much. If there is even the slightest possibility that all those
we have a
disasters
real
may,
problem
and if
on
there
our
is
hands.
even a remote possibility of stopping the apocalypse, or at least taking some appropriate preventive measures, then we should definitely make use of it.
Okay, but looking down from a cloud afterwards and saying,
We need to go to Gatineau.
where exactly is that?
Where's that?
The place vanished from the history books centuries ago. But a few years ago, they discovered the ruins of a small town that they think, and if there is anything left to find there,
Then we should head there immediately. There's another section of beach over that way. Maybe we'll find something there that will help us get away.
that should be all right. I'm still feeling sort of shaky, but I guess I'll be up to lending you. When you want to come back,
Oh,
just let me
still
know.
talking.
I'll help you get up here then.
Great. I'm going to take a look around.
Right.
You do that. Maybe you can somehow fix the boat over there. And it would be good to know where on earth we are.